Welcome back to my final tattooing video in March. Today is the 30th. It is my birthday. I turned already 38 today. I am going to even out this other awkward space that's on my right leg. So a couple days ago, I'm not sure how many days ago, I did this guy here. This little, I called him a locust. He is a cicada. He's healing super good. He's at the like dry, gross stage. So also my leg is, I'm in love with it. So that will be a future video where I continue to fill in all these spots here. Because I do love the way everything else is popping. This is a little darker than that because it's still in the healing stage. Everything on me is in the healing stage, which is also why I have not done an updated tattoo video, which I will be doing that as well in probably April. But I've been numbing this part of my leg for not nearly long enough. I want to tattoo and be done for the day just because it is my birthday. I don't want to be filming all day. But I had mentioned that I have pretty much tattooed every day in live time and then uploaded same day. So it is about noon right now. That'll leave me, it's kind of numb. But that'll leave me with the rest of the afternoon to not have really anything going on. So I'm just wiping away the numbing as I've done on previous. Let me show you. I don't know if I can catch it, but I have the same awkward space right here that I did over here. So I'm just gonna kind of mirror the same concept there, which I'm gonna do this little dragonfly, tiny dragonfly. So they're both winged and just across from each other basically. So let me finish setting up here and then I'll get started. Okay, sorry. I got sidetracked. So let's try this again. I'm gonna set up. I pretty much am set up. I just need to put my needle in and my gloves on. Also, I need this. I feel like I should be facing more towards the camera, huh? Let me see if I can turn that a little bit. That should work. That's pretty decent. I am ready to be done tattooing, by the way. I may have mentioned that a time or two. But I have pretty much filled in all the spaces that were bugging me the most. I could always go back in and tattoo more. I see spots all of the time that I want to fill in, so I'm sure there's plenty more to do. But for the time being, I did have a list of spots that I wanted done before summertime, and I have completed all of those. So for right now, I'm very satisfied with the work I got done. and how it turned out as well. Most everything on me that I have tattooed up until this point does not need a touch-up. Stuck very well. I'm happy with the way that it turned out. There is one little spot I might need a touch-up on one of the sides of my stomach here. But other than that, I just feel like it could have been... In the past, I've tattooed myself and I've looked back at the work and there were so many spots and lines that were not laid. It was insane. It was just like having to go back in and redo the entire piece. So seeing the progress I've made on being able to lay those lines correctly or bolder, the right depth, it's pretty cool to see. So, let's lay this little guy. Let me see where my... My leg is numb. I can tell I'm going to feel some of this. That's okay. Like I've said in past videos, I have felt being tattooed before. I just try to take the edge off with the numbing as much as possible so I make it through the tattoo. Because it's not the pain that I can't withstand for myself. It is the, I just touched my face and I realized that. I had that in a past video. I don't know why I do that as soon as I put my gloves on. And what was I saying? Oh, it's not the pain that I can't withstand. It's the tattooing myself where after a while, if I am in so much pain that my body starts to give out, you know, as if you're getting tattooed in a chair by someone else, I start to get double vision and, you know, I get, I don't know, that in your head feeling, I guess. But the problem with that happening is I'm the one tattooing myself. So mainly I like to not feel a majority of it so that I can actually finish the tattoo. Look at how cute that guy is. Is he in the frame? I don't know. Yeah, he's so cute. I kind of went up into this writing here. This is from my grandmother. She had wrote that in a letter. And so, oh, also, I will show you this on my tattoo tour, but this is the one I was talking about where her hair is not shaded. It was a horrific experience. But at some point, I'm going to go in and fix her up. So I'm going to let this dry for just a second and I'll keep telling you guys. But I tried to shade her hair in early on in tattooing and it was horrific. I mean, there's no shading done to that. It's not even good at all. There's a lot of crisscross lines in her, which... At some point, I'll be able to go in and clean all of that up and actually make her look presentable. But that wasn't on the list. That was not on the list for the month. So let's go in and start this little guy. I actually need my... Let me grab something really quick, and I'll have to change my gloves again. Okay, maybe this is better. I don't really know, but that'll work for now. I need to change my gloves. I actually had forgotten to grab my little reference sheet because the stencil's pretty dark. I feel super chaotic today, and that is, I feel like, coming out on video. When I watch this back, I'm going to be like, this should not be a video, but... This is just seriously how my brain works, so I sat down, I've changed my gloves 7 times, and I didn't bring my reference sheet, so that's just honestly how I do things. I always catch it, but this was as much as this is planned, it's always unplanned. I just kind of go with how it plays out. Okay. It's pretty good and numb. I can't feel any of that. The thing is I only had it numbing for a couple hours. I usually leave this on for 5 hours or so. This is also the new numbing cream again, so I didn't hate what they sent. It's really actually very good. I'm not disappointed by it. Okay, here's this little, I have a dragonfly on my finger here, and I think that's the only dragonfly I have on me. I almost did a butterfly, but I'm so sick and tired of seeing butterflies or tattooing them that I didn't do that. I have so many butterflies on me. This part of my leg heals very nicely, so when I did the little cicada, he was, you know, sore the first night. Obviously, I had just tattooed him, and by the next morning, I could barely tell I had tattooed him, so I started to second guess and think, oh, well, I didn't put him deep enough into the skin, but that part, I don't know if it's just because it's like a thicker, I don't know. It just heals, it's healed so nicely. I felt it for maybe 12 hours, and now it's just felt like part of my skin other than the healing process of it like raising and starting to kind of like break away, you know, what am I trying to say here? I literally can't even think. But he's healing is what I'm getting at, and I have barely noticed him. My stomach, you know, you can feel it when you lean over, you can feel it when you move here and there, but that guy's just been healing very nicely. I feel like this spot is very easy to tattoo, is also what I kind of mean. Next month I'll probably take a break from tattooing. I am going to continue the series on the fake arm for sure. I don't know when that will fall into April, possibly May, but I would like to go back to, I have the first Friday's video filmed already from a past day that, you know, I could make content on it. And then I am not entirely sure where I'll go again on the channel. I'll probably go back to some crafting or art related, and then circle back around to tattooing. Oh, this guy is so perfect and just so, like, dainty. fine lined for this area, just like on the other side. There's just so much going on that in my brain it doesn't really matter what I fill that space with, and I also want it to all make sense to me. And so having that little winged guy and having this little winged guy across from each other makes perfect sense. Back to healing, what was the easiest, this is something I'd be curious about for you guys, is what is the easiest tattoo you've ever gotten? Like healing-wise, pain-wise, maybe even the time it took to do that tattoo. Was it just a quick tattoo where you thought, you know, maybe it would be a lot longer? Or something along those lines. I'm curious because I always read those things about pain. You know, what's the most painful tattooing? Painful areas. And a lot of them are right along the same lines, you know. Most people agree on the same spots, but others say totally different things. So I find it so interesting that everyone, I guess, perceives it a little different. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's cute and little so far. I'm going to just go back in and add the wings. On the video I posted with my little cicada guy, he looked so blown up to me after I tattooed him, you know. He didn't look so fine-lined, I guess, or maybe I was just looking at him for too long or while editing the video, but once he's healed, all of that skin just like kind of calms down and it goes back to normal. So he is very fine-lined, very tiny. His wings look the see-throughness that they should look. And I wasn't seeing that when I tattooed him. I'm just like, this guy looks so dark and so heavy. And I always do that to tattoos, but then once it heals, I'm like, wait, he doesn't look anything like that. So I guess I just need to stop overthinking it because they come out just fine. I am ready to get back to normal though. I've been, like I said, I have been filming daily and then uploading pretty much same day, besides about a week in there earlier in the month. And so it's kind of surreal that after tomorrow, I just go back to every Friday uploading, and I didn't realize. So with me uploading one video every week, I would be kind of like, oh man, I gotta get that video up. I'm never gonna have enough time. And it has completely changed my perspective on time management because I had so much more time than I ever was aware I had in between my job and my kids' schedule and so on. I just had so much more time than I let on, because once I started adding in daily uploading, it's like that is when you do not have time. That is when you're consumed, which is why I did, you know, the whole experiment of this. It's really just been such a beneficial just so beneficial. Okay, he's already about done. I really didn't feel any of that. I feel like the new numbing cream that I was actually so scared of numbs a little quicker as well, because like I said, I only had that on for an hour, and I feel like the other stuff takes a longer time frame to absorb into the skin, possibly. I don't know. I am so surprised that I did not just feel. I can feel some of it now, but that's because I keep going over things and, you know, the skin's already been broken there, but honestly, this was pretty much painless. Okay, I'm just gonna wash him down and stop messing around with him. It is so satisfying to fill in a spot. It just is such... Okay. That was... I don't know why I thought that was going to take a lot longer too, but he's all done. Let me put him up here. Oh. Super cute. Super tiny. You can judge whatever's on my leg already. I will not blame you at all. It all needs heavy work done to it. But that's like my favorite thing to do, is step on the cord when it's right under me like that. So this video was not planned, pretty chaotic. I don't really even know what I talked about, so sorry about that. I appreciate you watching and being here, and tomorrow is gonna be the last video of the month, and I'm so excited to film that one as well. So I will see you guys then. Welcome back to my final tattoo video for March. I